Well, friends, on the classical criticism, we firstly talked about Aristotle, who was the Greek literary critic and philosopher, and we studied Greek classical theory of literature, or literary theory, we can say. In this part of my discussion, I shall introduce you people with the Indian aesthetic theory, under which we'll be studying the theory of rasa. So the Indian aesthetic theory means the theory related to literature, especially Natya Shastra, we can say. Natya Shastra written by Bharat Muni. So this particular theory is taken from Natya Shastra. And our focus will be only on the theory of rasa. It is a vast field. Indian aesthetics is a vast area for exploration, but we shall concentrate only on the theory of rasa, rasa theory, you can say, rasa siddhanta in Marathi. Now let's try to understand what is this. Rasa. A rasa is a Sanskrit word, which literally means, we use in Marathi as well. The word rasa is very common in Marathi, which is used to refer to juice or the sense or taste. So literally, rasa means juice, or it can be an essence of that particular fruit, or it can also refer to taste. So that is the literal, or what you call the conceptual meaning of the word rasa. You'll be studying these things in semantics, conceptual meanings and connotative meaning, or denotative meaning and connotative meaning. When the word rasa is uttered, we understand the meaning juice, essence, or taste. Sugarcane juice, for example, or sweet lime juice, we can say, or orange juice, whatever, means that refers to that kind of juice. Or it can refer to the essence or taste. Rasrasita hai, we say. No, in that sense, we understand. That is the denotative meaning of the word. But it connotes something else as well. Connotative meaning is different from denotative meaning. Okay, connotative means the associative meaning. When the word rasa is used, it connotes a concept in Indian arts. As we understood the denotative meaning, rasa means juice, essence, or taste, but it also refers to the concept in Indian arts about the aesthetic flavor of any visual, literary, or musical work. Okay, the word rasa refers to the aesthetic flavor. Aesthetic means beauty, essential beauty in that particular word. Flavor, you are very familiar with the word flavor. We add flavor to foods as well. Okay, different flavors in juice as well. So this is a kind of aesthetic flavor that is found in any visual. Visual means drama, which can be seen with eyes, films, etc. Then literary. Literary means, again, you can understand novel, poetry, drama, written one, or musical work. When you listen to any song, any piece of music, instrumental music, whatever aesthetic sense that you feel, that can be referred to as rasa. So it can be the aesthetic flavor that evokes. Evokes means that arises, that stimulates, jagrut karne, an emotion or feeling in the reader or audience. But that cannot be described in words. You have that feeling, your emotions are overwhelming, but you don't find words to describe. Many times we say that I don't have words to describe how happy I am. So we become wordless, speechless. So this is such kind of emotion. So the term rasa in Natya Shastra refers to the emotional flavors, a sense crafted into the work by the writer. Okay, the emotional flavor given to that work by the writer, and relish means relishing. We relish a tasty food. Okay, relished by a sensitive spectator. Sensitive spectator is the English term to refer to sarudhay. Sarudhay means one who has heart. Sarudhay, okay, means one who has heart, one who has that sense of understanding and can connect to the work with emotion without dryness. For example, when you listen to the piece of classical music and whatever feelings you have in your mind, so that is what, when you feel that, that is being sarudhay. Means you respond to it by your evoked emotions, by your feelings. Means you are not dry. Otherwise, there can be some people who will say, "What is there in it?" Those who don't understand, who fail to understand the beauty of that particular literary piece. For example, if you come across a beautiful piece of painting, those who have that survey, they can only understand. Those who have hard to understand that. Okay, so that is what we can understand by the term rasa. Rasa is the emotional flavor or essence. Now let's try to understand something about the assertion of rasa theory. Now, what does this theory say? First of all, we try to understand what is rasa. Now we shall try to understand what is this theory of rasa. So this rasa theory asserts that entertainment, whether it is in the drama performance, it is expected to evoke rasa or joy, means artistic joy. But that is not the primary goal. This is the assertion of rasa theory. Means literature, drama, or any performance should entertain the audience and it should evoke rasa or joy. But that should not be the only aim of any piece of literature. The primary goal is instead to create parallel life in front of the audience. I think this goes in line with the Greek literary theory, with the literary theory of Aristotle. He also thinks that poetry is an imitation, tragedy is an imitation of an action, okay, that is serious, of certain magnitude, complete, etc. That is the primary goal of any literary work. The primary goal is to create parallel life. Parallel life means just like human life, it should be a reflection of human life. It should create the real life in front of the audience. The audience should experience a sense of one's own. They should feel that, yeah, it's I only. I have the same experiences. So this sense of one's own means that hero, for example, the problems of the hero, the emotions of the hero. You should feel, the audience should feel that, yes, these are my emotions. That sense of belongingness should be there. So this sense, one's own sense means what? It includes consciousness, spiritual and moral question. Whatever thinking, whatever spiritual or conscious thinking, your consciousness is there. What is good or what is bad in terms of that, or the morality, all these should be similar to the real life. Now I refer to Bharat Muni. Bharat Muni in his Natya Shastra, believes that the dramatic form of aesthetic experience is the most perfect fulfillment of aesthetic activity. Bharatmuni believed that the dramatic form of aesthetic experience, the drama presented on the stage, okay, should aim at aesthetic experience. That is the secondary goal. It should arise the emotions, evoke the emotions, and it should aim at the perfect fulfillment of aesthetic activity. Because drama is the synthesis of all arts. Bharatmuni talks about these things, in his Natya Shastra. Drama, according to Bharat Muni, is the synthesis, means combination of all arts. In drama, we come across painting, we come across music, okay, we come across poetry. All arts are combined in drama, and it should give aesthetic experience for the fulfillment of aesthetic activity. Now, one of the critics of Natya Shastra, Bharat Muni Natya Shastra, was Abhinav Gupta. According to Abhinav Gupta, rasa is the simplest and most bewildering expression in Sanskrit language. It is the simplest but most surprising. Bewildering means surprising expression in the Sanskrit language. Now, this rasa, as we understood, rasa is the emotional experience, the feelings of beauty. It is experienced by everyone. All of us experience. When you read a book, you experience it. When you watch a movie, you experience it. But one cannot define it precisely. What is that? When I ask you, suppose I give you a piece of poem, or when I ask you to listen to the song, after listening to the song, if I ask you, what did you feel? You may not be able to tell what it was precisely. So anyone can experience rasa, according to Abhinav Gupta. Okay, and let's try to understand some of the features of rasa theory. Now, what are the features of rasa theory? Rasa means aesthetics, juice, essence, taste in performance. We understood it. It is the undefinable realization and intense feeling with detachment. We cannot tell it. Undefinable means we cannot tell it in words. It is a self-realization. It is intense feelings with detachment. We are away from it, but still we undergo that experience. It is the flavor or aesthetic emotion. Metaphorically, rasa is connotative meaning I'm talking about. It is a flavor as we add to the taste to increase the taste of the food. And rasa is the soul of poetry. It is an emotion and cannot be described in opposition to Aristotle. Actually, this view is something which is against Aristotle's view. Rasa means juice, essence or elixir, we understood. It is a pleasure experienced by each and every human being after watching, after reading something. And you cannot define it completely. That is the problem. There is no, you cannot delimit the definition of rasa, delimit the definition of rasa in words. It is the impression created on the mind of the sympathetic audience, those who have that sense. Sarudaya said, those who have heart, they only can experience it. Sometimes we say, so everyone who has that hruday can experience it. Okay? So it is experienced by the expressions of bhavas, emotions. And it is expressions of bhavas by the actor, by the character, and it is experienced by the audience. Of course, rasa is not experienced in common situations. It can be experienced only in the form of art. Okay, this is what we can understand about rasa theory. In the next part of my lecture, I shall talk about the sthayi bhavas. There are different bhavas. We shall be talking about these sthayi bhavas in my next lecture.